elements dictate the rules. One jacket promises to be the shield against all odds. Today, we're diving into the latest offering from Arcteryx. Is it overhyped or worth $500? Let's find out. Hi everyone, my name is Will, and today we're going to be putting the spotlight on the all-new Arcteryx Beta Jacket. This piece is part of the new Arcteryx PFC free Gore-tex lineup. I'm going to be discussing the new design, how it performs, and whether the new PFC Gore-tex is a step forward or a step backwards. I'll also discuss whether this jacket is right for you or a waste of money. Let's go straight into the design and features of this jacket. The Beta Jacket is Arcteryx's new entry-level hardshell, supposedly designed for hiking and trekking according to the website. It is priced at 500 Canadian dollars and uses the Gore-tex C-knit fabric. The Gore-tex C-knit is meant to be more breathable compared to other forms of Gore-tex, and it's also supposed to be more comfortable next to skin. However, this comes with a compromise of being less durable. This is why the new Beta Jacket is built with an 80D nylon outer fabric, as opposed to the previous version from 2023, which was built with a 30D nylon fabric. Hopefully this will help improve durability with this jacket, and really only time will tell. So as I said previously, this jacket is part of the lineup of the new PFC free Gore-tex products that Arcteryx is offering. This has been done to improve environmental sustainability with their jackets and hopefully stop using forever plastic chemicals that the previous Gore-tex products had. In Europe, for example, they've actually banned PFCs, and so by the year 2025, all jackets will no longer have PFC in them. This is basically going to happen no matter what. All companies are going to be moving towards a PFC-free product, and so this is kind of the first lineup that Arcteryx is providing, and going forward, the other jackets like the Beta AR will eventually have this as well, and then the Alpha series. But for right now, you still have the option of getting some jackets that do have the PFC in them. Initial reviews of the PFC Gore-tex show that it's a bit less breathable and also less waterproof than the original versions of Gore-tex. I think this is expected because it's kind of a first iteration of the product, and as Arcteryx and Gore-tex continues to innovate more, hopefully they'll come out with a product that's PFC free but still has the same performance as the previous lineups. So it's kind of a trade-off. I think environmental sustainability is really important, especially when we're buying jackets that are actually meant to be used in the outdoors. So it's kind of a double-edged sword where we're going to have to sacrifice a bit of performance, but in turn we're going to hopefully get better environmental sustainability long term. For my initial impressions of this fabric, I haven't actually noticed any significant decrease in performance, even though I've read a lot about it. I think the decrease in performance is very minimal, and so for most people you're really not going to notice the decrease in breathability or waterproofing. However, this jacket's only been out for about a month, so I haven't really had the chance to test it out in warmer weather. So once I start hiking with this jacket in spring or summer, it might be more noticeable if the breathability is not as great as the previous versions. I think for most people, you're really not going to notice the decrease in breathability. Just for most people's use case, if you're just walking around the city with this jacket, or even doing some light hiking, I don't think you'll notice the breathability change. And in general, I didn't really find that Gore-tex jackets were that breathable to begin with. Another notable complaint with the new fabric is that you're going to have to wash it more often than the previous versions. You're also going to have to apply DWR more frequently as a result of the PFC-free materials. The DWR is going to actually come off much more quickly, so you're going to have to be reapplying that more often than with the previous versions of Gore-tex. So I think this is important to keep in mind, especially right now, while you still have the option of getting the regular PFC Gore-tex. For right now, you can kind of choose, do you want the PFC free for the environment, or do you want the extra performance? And hopefully that jacket will last longer, because in another year or two, you're not really going to have that option of buying those previous versions. Okay, so continuing with the specs, this jacket comes in at 375 grams and also comes with the Rico reflector, which is it's great if you're skiing or snowboarding in the backcountry and you get caught in an avalanche. This jacket comes with the standard storm hood. This hood's actually pretty small, so it's not going to be helmet compatible compared to the Beta Lightweight or the Beta AR. So you've got one adjuster cord on the back of the hood to help tighten up that hood. In comparison, the other Beta jackets will have the additional tighteners on the front of the jacket. There are the Velcro adjusters on the wrist cuffs. This is standard with all Arcteryx jackets and most rain shells out there. We also have that bottom hem adjuster, so you can tighten that up around your waist and prevent any wind from coming out. In terms of pockets, this jacket's pretty minimal, so it has the 2 hand pockets and then 1 chest pocket. The Beta AR and the Beta Lightweight also have the same 3 pockets. Now let's go into sizing and fit for the Beta jacket. I bought this in a size large, and with everything I buy from Arcteryx, I'll usually get a large. I am 6'1", 180 pounds. The new version of this beta jacket is a standard fit. In comparison, the previous 2023 version actually came in a more fitted look. So I think they've changed to the more standard fit so that you can kind of layer this better in the cold weather. So if you want to add an extra layer underneath to keep warm in the winter, you'll be able to do that now with this beta jacket. And then on the screen, I'm going to show like kind of a comparison of how this jacket fits. So I have me wearing it with just a t-shirt on. Then I also have me wearing it with the Atom LT underneath. So you can see how it kind of layers with the large. I have the large Atom LT. And then also for comparison, I have me wearing the Atom LT with my Beta AR. So you can kind of see the comparison of how they look when they're layered with the Atom LT. I personally decided that I'm going to return this and go with the medium. For my personal use case, I don't really want to be layering this up in the winter. It's mainly going to be a warmer weather rain jacket just for around the city. So I'm going to be sizing down to a medium just so I have a more fitted look with this jacket. And with the large, I'm still able to fit the Atom LT plus a sweater underneath. So I think I'll be able to move down to a medium and still be able to fit at least one insulation layer underneath this jacket. So this jacket is a very long hem. The front came out to about 29 inches and then the back came out to 31.5 inches. In comparison, I put it underneath my Beta AR, and the Beta AR was roughly 2 inches shorter on both the front and the back. If you've seen that Beta AR review video, you can check that out as well. That's probably my main issue with the Beta AR, is just it's much shorter than all the other jackets that Arcteryx provides. The arms on this jacket are also very long. I noticed that once I cinched it up to my wrists, there's a lot of bunching up on the arms. You might be able to see in some of the footage that I have on the video. The arms are really long. So if you're on the shorter side, the arms might be really long on you. So I think you should really go into the store and try out this jacket. It might just be too long depending how tall you are. Now let's go into whether or not I think you should buy this jacket. Just a disclaimer, anytime I review an Arcteryx jacket, you don't really need to buy an Arcteryx jacket. There's plenty of jackets out there that are much cheaper and are going to be perfectly fine for most use cases. So if you're buying something like this, it's mainly because you want to spend the money, you have the money, and you kind of want to show off an Arcteryx jacket. And sometimes Arcteryx just have like a better style or fit too, so maybe that's another reason you might be buying it. But even then, you could also buy something like Nerona, which some people argue is better quality now. I've done a review of one of their jackets. Feel free to check that out if you want. And so when we're deciding whether or not this jacket is good for you, I think we need to first discuss what your use case is going to be. Because this jacket has no pit zips, it also has a non-helmet compatible hood. This jacket is not going to be as great for active use in comparison to the Beta Lightweight or the Beta AR. If I'm doing something super active, I probably want those pit zips just to really increase that breathability and help prevent me from sweating the jacket as much as possible. This jacket also isn't going to be as durable as the Beta AR. So if you're doing any like backcountry skiing in the forest, any hiking in the woods, or just backpacking where the straps are going to be rubbing on the shoulders, this jacket might not be as great and it won't last as long in comparison to the Beta AR, which has a more rugged Gore-tex material. The benefit of the Beta jacket over the Beta Lightweight is that the material is the 80D nylon. In comparison, the Beta Lightweight only has the 40D nylon. So this basically means that this jacket's going to be a bit heavier than the Beta Lightweight, but will be a bit more durable. So it's kind of a trade-off. It'll be a bit more durable, but really if you want something durable, I'd go for the Beta AR. The Beta Lightweight obviously going to be more lightweight, so you can travel with it easier. You can pack it up in your backpack easier. However, if you're looking for a minimalist rain jacket that you can just wear around the city, you're not going to be doing something super active in it, I think this jacket might actually be really great. It's minimalistic, so there's not as many features, there's no pit zips, there's less adjusters, but it's just kind of minimal, and if you want to walk around the city with it, I think it looks good. You can get it in a couple different colors and just kind of walk around the city when it's raining. I would also recommend downsizing if you're not planning on using it in the winter. It just runs a bit bigger than the previous version, so I would size down so that you have a more fitted look. Another note with this jacket is it's actually probably the most comfortable Gore-Tex jacket I've tried on. It almost feels like a soft shell jacket, kind of like the Arcteryx Gamma jacket. It's super comfortable next to skin. I think that's in part due to the Gore-Tex C-knit fabric, and I also think the new way they construct it for the PFC free actually improves comfortability. Again, we don't know how well this is going to stand up over time. The argument a lot of people have is that these new jackets are not going to be as durable and not last as long as the older versions of Arcteryx jackets. And if you want a jacket for traveling, you probably go with the lightweight. I think it's only $100 more, and you get the pit zips. So really, this jacket is just, you want the bare bones, and if you kind of just want an Arcteryx jacket, you can walk around the city and kind of show off. Otherwise, I don't really see the point in getting this jacket specifically. You're probably better off getting the lightweight at a minimum, and then probably the AR, would be more likely if you're doing anything active. And yeah, that's basically my review of the Beta jacket. If you have any questions, let me know. I also plan on doing a review of the Beta Lightweight in the next week or so. So subscribe if you want to see that, and stay tuned. Again, if you have any questions, you can put those in the comments, or if you want like a recommendation on one jacket I think you should get, you can also just ask that below in the comments, and I'll try to respond as quick as possible. Thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day.